Hey, what's going on? Just real brief. My fingers are killing me from the last 48 hours of typing. Well, for the last 9 years typing. But for all you liberal social warrior freaks out there, let me ask you something. What makes you think it's okay to ask legal gun owners to drop their weapons? Why would you even want that? Legal gun owners actually care about you, actually can love you, actually can be a part of your life. You might not have to agree on everything, but when it comes to this, I don't see how it's not a simple, thought in your head like, wow, that makes sense, but yet you want to fight. How do you like you side with criminals all the time? You like I said, you liberal social warriors. You all side with criminals. Idi Amin. I mean, I can go back and I can go forward, and I can almost see who you're going to be rooting for next, right? Um, my problem is, why would you ask legal gun owners to drop their weapons while the criminals still have them? I just don't. I don't get it. I just don't understand that. There might not be a gun in my house, but I wouldn't mind if my legal gun owner neighbor had one, right? I mean, it only makes sense. I feel a little bit safer. Why? Because people have become crazy. People have become lunatics. And in the political world, you did this to me. You did this to me. The constant badgering, the constant, you know, finding out, reading a paragraph and picking out a sentence and then taking that sentence and reversing some words and then saying some stupid shit to try to make me feel bad about myself, to talk down to me, uh, to just belittle and then call me a racist. I mean, you all went to college, right? I mean, were the liberals always running this college? That you learned this in Human Studies 101? I mean, come on, give me a break. I'll tell you what. If you can show me proof, right, that every gun was taken from the criminals, from the guys that want to kill us, the guys that don't give a shit about themselves, then I'll sign whatever you want. Simple as that. But really, this is all coming down to bad parenting. All right. I don't have the nicest things. I don't have a lot of things. But you know what? I have my son, and that's everything to me. And it should be everything to you, son, daughter, or not sure yet. Um, but what I don't get is if you both have to work and no one's at home, okay, I get it, but then maybe you need to downsize a little bit. All right, maybe you need to downsize because you can't afford it. But somebody needs to be home. Somebody needs to be there to take him off the bus, and it shouldn't be a babysitter or the neighbor having spent time down, two doors down, just to, see mom and dad pulling up 7, 8 o'clock at night. No dinner. It's a couple of Pop Tarts and maybe an Elio's pizza. But if you don't have the time for your children, you shouldn't be allowed to have children. Okay, and this is what it's all coming down to. It is bad parenting. Everything that's going on around you, all the negative, all the bad stuff, is bad parenting. Okay, I lost my family at a young age. My dad, I lost him when I was only 11, 12 years old. It completely tore me up. Completely tore me up. I was a mess. I was mad. I had friends tell not even being my friend anymore. And that's just the way it was. It was. I don't know if it's a form of bullying or not, but I wasn't a good kid. I mean, I completely lost my mind once I lost my father. So I get all of that. But not once have I ever turned and thought I needed to use a gun to kill somebody, or 17 people for that matter. That is absolutely nuts that somebody would actually think that's okay. So you have to really think about this for a second. You want to blame psycho medications and this and that. Well, you know what? I've had my share of fine medications as well. And again, not one time did I ever think I needed to kill somebody. But I think it's also because I knew deep in my heart, I listened to my dad all the way to 11, 12 years old. I did. I listened to a lot of things. I saw him talking to my brother, who was 4 years older than me. Um, my mom was, she was definitely a special case. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of hurt and pain in a lot of people. And it's too bad that we get to our mid 40s, our late 40s, and you're losing parents, and then you realize, wow, that hurt. Well, you know what? Take it to an 11, 12-year old and see how much more that might have hurt, not knowing what's going on. So I have my reasons for being a little crazy, but again, not once have I ever thought about killing somebody. But what I did know is that my son was not going to be alone. Okay, so I did everything I can possible to be with my child. Okay, so whether I had mama drama in my life, uh, I did, but I decided that I needed to do what I needed to do to be with that child because um, he needs to have his father in his life. So my son is a good kid, and I'm proud of him. I respect him. Uh, he's definitely the man. So I don't see him running around, running amok out there. Hey dad, look at this gun and ammo magazine. I just want to shoot up this. I want to shoot up that. He doesn't. Um, he's definitely an awesome kid. But when he got off the bus, I was there. Even if I had to work 2 part-time jobs and work it around where he was going to need me, I was there for him. So if I had to work a morning shift or whatever I had to do, wait tables, whatever I needed to do, bartend at night. But I made sure that when he came off that bus, I was there up until the time that he fell asleep, and then I'd have a babysitter there watching the house, and I would take off and I'd go maybe work a shift at night. And did we struggle? We struggled hard. We struggled very hard. But the struggle is real. And I think I'd much rather struggle and be with my child than not struggle and never see my child. I turned to him today and I'm like, 22. Not his birthday, but it's coming around. And 22. 22 years old. Happens fast. So I wanted to make sure that he had his father in his life. So that's really what it comes down to. Terrible parenting. Did my son play video games? Sure, he's like a video game freaking wizard. But again, he doesn't wear fatigues, going out to the corner store, to buy a couple of snacks in his fatigues or his Antifa shirt because he doesn't have one. He doesn't care for it. So I know from experience. I know the differences. I know the differences between having that parent and not having the parent. And I see the results, and the results are immaculate. That point on. That my point on, and my son is living proof. So, anyway, I just that's it really. I'm good.